Hello everyone, welcome to my reading. I am the channeling goddess. If you are new here, hi, hello. If you are returning back, welcome back. So today we are going to be doing a yes or no pick a card reading, okay? Or pick a pile reading, I guess you can say. So we have two piles here. So this is pile number 1 and pile number 2. Each of these cards will have a yes or no answer on them. So I would suggest if you have a specific question that you've been looking for some type of guidance and some type of answer on from spirit, this will definitely be the reading for you, okay? So I will be reading for more than one individual. So if you're looking for a personalized message or you're looking for something that resonates specifically with you, if you are looking for specific signs, maybe a word, maybe an object, maybe an animal, I would suggest reaching out to spirit to ask for those signs so that you can know that the pile is meant for you. I would also say if you are looking to tap more into your intuition to get the most intuitive message that is best meant for you, it is helpful that you tap into your own intuition. And two ways that I like to do this is by going and putting my feet in the grass and just taking some mindful deep breaths. If you do not have access to grass and you do not, like you live in an apartment, a high-rise apartment, and there's concrete around you, it will be best to just kind of sit with yourself, take some mindful deep breaths. So normally what I do is I inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 3, and exhale for 5 to 6 seconds. If you need more than 3 breaths, I would say to absolutely do that. And it just helps you get more in sync with the reading, okay? So go ahead and get your coffee, your tea, and I will see you at your pile. Bye. Hello, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. So let's see what your card says. So your card says no. It says spotted reputation going bad, rotten idea. So maybe you have an idea that you want to do and spirit is saying no. Something about this idea may put your reputation on the line. People may question if you're doing this for the right reasons or why. We're going to get some additional messages. There could be a no with a caveat here, so don't get discouraged if you wanted the answer to be yes. But we're going to shuffle, see what messages that we get from Spirit in regards to this reading, okay? Spirit, can we get a couple of cards for pile number 1 on this no answer here? I just heard no, but there's a catch, okay? So it has your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative ability. Ooh, okay. For some of you, you might have wanted to start a creative endeavor and you're asking spirit if this is what you should do. And maybe that's why no with a caveat or no, but there's a catch. It could be that spirit wants you to go down the more artistic path, but maybe not with what you're asking about. Let's get some more cards. And I just saw 111. Let's see. We have lost land. So it says soul, memories, and gifts. You've done this before. Okay, this is starting to make sense. Some of you may be asking to do a talent and spirit wants you to tap more into your gifts. I was literally talking to somebody about this earlier today. Okay, let's get one more card, please, spirit. One more card for any messages that pile number 1 needs to hear at this time. You might want to go down a more, maybe what you're looking to do is go down a more creative endeavor path, and you ask spirit, like, is this the right path for me? And I think that's why spirit wanted to give you like this artist card as well, because spirit is saying you do need to do something more creative, but maybe not exactly what you're thinking about right now. Okay, and then we have messenger. So it says serious energy bringing harmony and balance. And then your bottom deck energy is child of the cosmos. Yes, this was out when I was getting ready to shuffle the deck. So it says the intelligence of the universe lies within you. Okay, so for some of you, I'm getting this message and I'm being called to share something with you. I had to share this with someone earlier today. I had a dream where I was in this place. It looks like heaven to me. That's the best way I can describe it. But this individual was talking to us about They were talking to us about gifts, right? How do you determine what's a talent and what's a gift? Now, you'll know if this applies to you. You may have learned something or went to school for something and you're good at it, okay? It's not that big of a deal to you. Other people may see it as, oh my God, this is something so extraordinary. How can you do this? Blah, blah, blah. And then there's something that you actually have been gifted by spirit. And the way I determine gifts and talents, and this is just my own interpretation, it may be different for you, but the way that I interpret gifts and talents is something that you're good at, right? Something that you can learn. And maybe while you were learning it, it wasn't as hard as you thought it was going to be. A gift is something that you don't have to quote unquote study at. And I know that's probably a bit controversial because some people talk about how they got into tarot reading, how like they had to study on the craft and like things like that. And I'm not saying that you don't have to study your craft. What I'm saying is it will come, your gifts for me now, okay? For me, gifts mean something that comes naturally to you. It has been gifted to you by God, by the universe, by whoever you believe in, right? Which means that while you may need to invest more in learning about it, something about it will feel like home to you, okay? You'll feel the most comfortable when you do this thing. I would not even be surprised if this thing scares you a little bit. Like you're comfortable doing, like not really comfortable, but like when you're doing it, you feel the most at home. You feel the most comfortable in your own body and in your spirit, but maybe doing it in front of others freaks you the hell out, right? Maybe you have stage fright, or maybe you love painting, but you're critical of yourself and putting your art out there, right? What was it? I think Beyonce said, I'm sensitive about my shit. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're sensitive about the work that you put out there. And I get it. I have a couple of books that I have not yet released because I'm so sensitive and like so sensitive about the things that I've written, that it's hard, like it's difficult for me to put that out there, right? And for some of you, you're asking about a specific thing, right? And Spirit is saying this is going to damage your reputation, is going bad, rotten idea. This is an idea that you've had, and you might have had this idea for a long time. And I would not even be surprised if you've had more than one idea and you chose this one because it is the path of least resistance, okay? And Spirit is saying there is something more creative, like your creative accountability is there, right? You need to be accountable for the things that you put out into the universe. And that's why Spirit is saying something about your reputation could be damaged, so to speak, if you go down this other path, because what's meant for you is a different path that you need to take. And then you have lost lands here, his as souls, memories, and gifts. You've done this before. And that's why I say it will feel like home to you. When it's a gift, it will feel like home to you. It will feel almost sometimes as easy as breathing. You won't have to think about it. You won't have to update it or anything like that. There's nothing wrong with like increasing your craft. I'll give you an example. I remember I had this reading from this young lady, and I remember her telling me that the gift that God has given you, like the gift that you've been given, you cannot learn this from a book, right? Only your ancestors or only spirits or only angels can teach you this, right? That's what this feels like to me, like a gift. It's a gift that only can be taught by those who came before you. It can only be taught by the divine itself, right? So you may have learned different techniques, but who you are, the feeling that you have when you do this thing completely changes. So think about somebody like, I don't know, like Whitney Houston, right? Who has had the most beautiful voice, right? And I'm sure that there were things that she used, like techniques that she used to like hone her craft and make herself better and maybe help her hold notes longer or whatever the case may be. But the gift itself was as easy as breathing, okay? Then we have the messenger. So it says serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. For some of you, part of what you need to do, you've been called to be a messenger. And maybe you're the type of person who prefers to be in the background, and maybe what you decided to do, the other option that you have, it put you more in the background, and you said to yourself, okay, Spirit, I can do this. Like this I can do. And Spirit is like, no, we're asking you to be a messenger. We're asking you. So for some of you, you may be a manager as well. But Spirit is saying, we're asking you to be a messenger. We're asking you to give some type of message, right? It could be the message of spirit. It could be the message of, you could be talking about homelessness. You could be an advocate for things like that. The QIA plus community. It may be something that you're interested in, right? Something about this path that you're going down, this creative path, is a messenger. And this could also be art, right? So take something like painting as an example. You can speak and give messages in your art, right? So this could be a wide range of things. And we'll try and pull some tarot cards to see if we can get anything additional or specific about what this is. But Just keep that in mind, okay? And then you have child of the cosmos. It says the intelligence of the universe lies within you. Some of you may have opted out of this other path because you feel like you're not qualified enough to do whatever this is that Spirit is asking you to do. And Spirit is saying that you are the cosmos. The cosmos is you. You are the universe is you. This talent is already within you. The only, some of you may just need, and I'm talking to myself here as well. For some of us, we just need to believe in ourselves, right? That is the hardest part about doing this. Like, you can see yourself doing something, but you don't believe you can make money in it, or you don't believe that people will appreciate your product. You don't believe that they'll see it for what it is. Spirit is saying that we're asking you to believe in yourself, but also believe in us. Believe in the fact that we are here to support you. We are here to help you. But this path is meant for you to traverse, right? This is something that you are meant to go down, but trust that Spirit has your back. Trust that Spirit is always guiding you through whatever this is. But for some of you, you're starting off new because it says your life is a canvas, a blank. And I'm thinking, like, when I hear that, I'm thinking a blank canvas. For some of you, you manifested this. You've been asking for, let's say you've been asking for a job or a career where you feel the most calm and you feel the most connected to your inner self and you feel the most connected to Spirit. That's what this is. Okay. Let's pull you some of them. These are the Dream of Gaia Oracle, or they're technically tarot decks, or tarot cards. Now, if I can remember what they are, I will tell you, but I don't really use them as technically tarot cards. I use them, I use the imagery on the cards, okay? So let's get 2 cards from here. Spirit, can we get 2 cards, please? Okay, that was quick. Okay, we have the 8 of something. I don't know what this is. And then we have death and rebirth. Yeah, what did I say? You're starting over new. Life is a canvas. Like, I was literally thinking about a blank canvas. For some of you, I don't know why this is making me feel like, I don't know why he looks like Loki to me. But he looks like Loki to me. And I feel like you're coming into your power. There is a balance here. For some of you, you may be walking away from something. And that makes sense with the life is a canvas type of situation that's going on here. I do want to read this one out of the book. I'm not going to read it all because you'll see this is a pretty big book. But I want to read some of that out of there. For some of you, you could be dreaming of snakes. And look at the child here. You can see that some of you could be pregnant. And maybe that's why you're afraid to step out on this other endeavor, because it's like, oh shit, like if I do this, you know, I am going to be bringing another child into the world. I'm bringing a child into the world. I don't know if I can actually do this right now, or put myself out there, or put myself out on the line. And the Spirit is saying that we're going to be here for you the entire way. The entire time you're in this situation, we will be here. We will not leave you alone. Okay. So I'm going to find the actual thing for this. Hold on. Okay, so this card would be represented as the 8 of Waters. It says the 8 of Waters symbolizes how a positive state of appreciation and gratitude can influence our lives and environment for the better. When you make a conscious choice to take pride in all that you do and appreciate all that you have, you open yourself up to more good vibes and more reasons to be happy. So this to me would be the 8 of Cups. If we were looking at traditional tarot, this would be the 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups talks about walking away. Right? It talks about leaving something behind, but because you're leaving this behind, you're going to be more in line with what Spirit has for you. Okay. And which to me really goes hand in hand with this death and rebirth card that's here. And then look at this. We have your bottom deck energy was union, right? So you're going to be coming into union with someone. This could also be a merging of your feminine and masculine energy as well. Something about this creative endeavor could like put you in the right places or in the right spaces to meet the one, so to speak. Because the union card came out, I want to pull 2 of the romance and love cards just to see if we can get any additional messages. Spirit, can we get 2 cards from that was quick. We have attraction. It says you are attracting the right person at the right time into your life. Yeah. For some of you going through this change, you starting over and going through this rebirth, this is actually going to, I guess you can say like open up your attraction more. And this doesn't feel like physical attraction, right? It could be, but this feels like energetically you're going to be attracting the person that you want to be with, or that's meant for you. And then we have unseen. It says love can be blind. Ensure you're not overlooking red flags. So some of you don't see how this is going to turn out. And some of you, like your bottom deck energy is sacrifice. You may feel like you're making a sacrifice to do whatever it is. You're walking away from friends, family. You're walking away from a consistent job that you've always had. You've never not had this job before. Maybe you've been in this job for years. Let's see if we can get some, I want to use this shamanic oracle deck just to see if we can get any like specifics on what this could be. Spirit, can you give us some messages about specifically what this could be for pile number 1? What does this know about? Yeah, some of you, your question could have been about staying in the same place. I think I just want one card. It could have been about staying in the same place, and Spirit is saying, no, you need to get out of there. The idea that you have is rotten, it's going bad. For others of you, this could be like you asking Spirit, can you, like this really feels like you're asking, can you stay somewhere? And Spirit is saying, no, right? Look at this. Horseman, herald of change. Yeah, change is definitely coming. You cannot stay where you are, because staying where you are right now will just leave you in a more stagnant space, right? You are going into something new. This is a completely new canvas that you're drawing on. And Spirit is saying that I'm literally hearing the Wild Wild West. So for some of you, you may be moving out west. Some of you, you may be traveling to the west. I don't know why. I just heard that. But you have Horseman, Herald of Change. So change is imminent, right? This 8 of Waters, or what we would consider the 8 of Cups. You're walking away from things that no longer serve you. And then it's a death and rebirth. So like, it's very synchronistic, and Spirit is saying you're the child of the cosmos, right? The universe is within you. The universe will have your back. And some of you, you may feel lost. So we have lost in space, and you got lost lands here. So some of you, you may be feeling lost at this time, and Spirit is saying you need direction, and we're going to give that to you. Part of this reading is you getting the direction that you need, okay? So I do want to pull some other cards for you. Let's see. Okay, Spirit, can we get 2 cards? That is quick. Wow, you're walking away from things that no longer serve you into wealth. So it says you are moving towards real wealth and prosperity. Keep up the good work. Keep up the great work, sorry. And then let's pull one more card, please, Spirit. Can we get some clarity on this? And we have sweet success. Yes, it's not difficult to get everything you want and enjoy, get what you want. Yeah, for some of you, this is something you've asked for. And look at this. We have success here. Spirit is saying that you're being divinely guided. Success is inevitable on this path. There's no way around it. There's no way to avoid it, because it is meant for you at this time. This is something that you're meant to go into. And then I saw this card. It wasn't on the bottom deck. It was just moving. Kind of moved out and is shedding. So you are shedding things that no longer serve you to move into more of a high vibrational energy of whatever it is that Spirit needs you to focus on right now. So let's get you one card from the Akashic Records deck, and we'll end this reading. Spirit, can we get one card that pile number 1 needs to hear at this time? Wow. You have acceptance. So it says you may be disappointed with a recent outcome. Yeah, and some of you may have been disappointed when you chose this deck, and then the answer no came out. And some of you, you've stuck around the entire time, and Spirit is saying it's because of this acceptance. It says you may be disappointed with a recent outcome. Remember, if one door closes, you are being redirected to one that will soon open to your true soul path. Yeah, some of you, this is about your soul path. This is about you finding the things that are meant for you. It's about you finding the things that serve your highest good. For some of you, I don't know why, you could want to work at a zoo. I don't know why I just got that. And maybe you're worried about not being able to take care of yourself. And look at your bottom deck energy. Your bottom deck energy is miracles. It says you're being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring and are still to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. Yeah, for some of you, you're being called to remember how Spirit has already looked out for you, to remember how Spirit has already had your back in the past, and accept that this change, this no is not an indefinite no, right? It doesn't mean for some of you, this could mean no right now. For others of you, this is an absolute no. Spirit is saying you cannot stay where you are right now because it does not serve your highest good. Okay. So pile number one, this is all of the messages that I have for you. I thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy, and I will see you next time in your next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number two, and welcome to your pile. So let's flip over your card to see what your answer is for the yes or no question. So you have yes, fitting it all into place, coming together, united. So for some of you, you may be asking about a reunion, specifically with somebody you were in a relationship with. You could be asking about a coming together of minds. Spirit is saying the answer is yes. There will be a collective coming together of minds for you and maybe this individual or for a group of individuals. Some of you could be asking about whether or not you're going to find your community. Spirit is saying that the answer is absolutely yes. There is a balance that needs to happen. And some of you may be going through some destruction right now, and maybe that's why you're asking, like, is everything going to be okay? Will I finally be able to find my soul tribe? Spirit is saying yes, you will be united with the people that care about you. You will be united with the people that love you. Sometimes we have to be in a situation where we are the most uncomfortable to free ourselves, so that we can be in a situation where we are united with the people that love us and the people that we love. For some of you, you could be going through a situation where I talked about destruction here, specifically going through a situation where everything is being stripped from you. This doesn't have to be physical. This could be like your beliefs in what you always thought was real, or what you always thought was possible, or like, things that you believe since the dawn of time, right? Those things are being stripped away, and you feel lost. You feel like you don't know where you should go. And Spirit is saying that we're going to bring in your soul tribe. Okay. Let's get you a couple of cards. That's just a channeled message. Spirit, can we get some cards, please, for pile number two? Get some more clarity about this yes that you gave them. Okay. We have the Smith, overthinking, taking action. Okay. Spirit, can we get a couple more cards, please? Some of you, you're building your own family. I just heard the family that you choose, not the one you're born into, but the family that you choose. And then we have the aspirant. So it says ambition, diligence, setbacks. Yeah, some of you may feel like you're going through some setbacks. And every time I see this card now, I think of like Spirit holding out its hand to catch you. Holding out its hand to keep you protected and let you know that no matter how far you feel like you're falling, you're always going to land in the arms of Spirit, or in God or Buddha, or whatever you believe in. Okay. Spirit, can we get additional messages for pile number two, please? Okay. We have the botanist. So it says parenthood, legacy. Yeah. Okay. Can we get two more cards, please, Spirit, for pile number two? We have the orator. So it says communication, confidence. Oh, some of you need the confidence to walk away from family. I just heard that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yep. And then we have the adventure. So it says responsibility, expectations. And this card always reminds me of like the Tower card. So there may be some sudden change that you're going through right now. And then we have the shepherd, celebrations, family. Yeah, for family to come out. Yeah, that's your bottom deck energy. Okay. So for some of you, this is only about your family, right? This message is about family ties. This message is about letting go of what you're used to, letting go of the people that you've known your whole life. For some of you, that's what this is about. For others of you, Spirit is saying, some of you may be wondering if you're going to be reunited with your family. Spirit is saying yes. Maybe you have family members that you have not talked to in a long time, family members that you have not heard from in eons, and you're asking like, Spirit, am I going to be able to meet them? Am I going to be able to see them? Will a day come where we'll be in community together? And the Spirit is saying yes. For others of you, you are building your own family from the ground up. You may have been abandoned or feel abandoned right now because maybe your family does not support what you want to do or how you want to live your life. And if that is the case, I am so sorry. Some of you have gone through a lot of overthinking and you just decided to take action because you have overthinking and taking action here. And the Smith just make me think about like building your own situation. So for some of you, you have completely walked away from like your family, and you're choosing your family, and you're wondering, for some of you, you've been alone for so long that you're wondering if your soul tribe will ever come in. Or you just meant to do it alone? And Spirit is saying you're not. There is help around you. There is help coming for you. And I want you to notice how all of your cards have hands in them. All of them. Hand, 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 hand. There are hands here. You have hands everywhere. Spirit is saying, I'm hearing the song, You Have More Friends Than You Know. It is from Glee. Spirit is saying your soul family, your soul tribe is coming in. We've seen, like I'm literally hearing a channel message. We've seen how hard you struggled. We've seen what you've been through, and we are going to send someone in to help you, to let you know that you have not been forgotten about. We have not forgotten about you. Spirit is saying we have not forgotten about you. Your ancestors are saying we have not forgotten about you. But the situation that you went through, or that you're currently going through, you needed to go through this for a specific reason, okay? Some of you, this is about ambition. This is about you being ambitious and wanting more for yourself. You don't want the cookie cutter life that has been shelled out for you, right? Some of you could be like, you could have family ties and you want to do like, and when I mean family ties, I mean you have very wealthy parents, or you have parents who like, they're all doctors, so now they want you to be a doctor. They're all police officers, so they want you to be a police officer, right? And they're asking you to follow these footsteps, and you're taking action to walk away. And some of you, your question was, should I walk away from my family? Should I let this go? And Spirit is saying, for those that love you, for those that care about you, they'll be back, right? For others of you, you're letting go of a legacy because you got the botanist parenthood legacy. You're letting go of a legacy and you're building your own. Some of you, you may be starting a family. Soon. You may be pregnant, and maybe, you know, your family is disappointed in you for getting pregnant. And I am here to tell you that you are loved and that you are supported, and that if nobody else will tell you today, I'm going to tell you that you are a beautiful person and that you are loved and you deserve love. And that baby that you're carrying deserves love. Okay. I would just say that make sure that you understand that building your own legacy, it is hard work, but it's worth it. At the end of the day, it is worth it. It's worth it. I can speak from experience. My children are my family, right? That is my life, right? My mom, my children, that's my family, okay? And I built that family. I built my children from the ground up, so to speak, right? So for some of you, you're creating your own legacy. For some of you, you wanted to start a business to leave a legacy to your children, to leave a legacy to your to the children who are already here, or the children that may be coming. Spirit is saying you are fully supported in this. You are so fully supported in leaving this legacy, okay? Then you have the orator, so it says communication confidence. Some of you may be having some difficult conversations this week with your family or with friends. You may be telling them some hard news that they don't necessarily want to hear, but Spirit is saying to have confidence, because we are going to support you through this entire process. We will be there to make sure that we have your back, okay? And then you have the adventure, so it says responsibility, expectations. You may expect this conversation to go one way, and it goes a completely different way. Something about this, I always say this card reminds me of the Tower card. So there may be some unexpected change after you have this conversation, after you communicate. But Spirit is saying that we're going to celebrate you. I keep hearing, I think it was on the new Mulan where he talks about Mulan being celebrated in the heavens. You're going to be celebrated by your ancestors, right? Your family, your soul family, your soul tribe will celebrate you in the spirit. And even if you don't see it with your eyes, you'll be able to feel it in your heart. Okay. This makes me feel like you're literally walking away from things that you've known your whole life. And this doesn't have to be physical family. This could be like you're walking away from a job that you've had for the last 15, 20, 30 years. You're walking away from a place that you live for your whole life. But for some of you, this really does feel like you're walking away from your family and you're being reunited with your soul family. Okay? Okay, let's pull you some cards from the Energy Oracle deck. Spirit, can we get some cards? Yep, we have action here. Yep, you need to take action. There is action that needs to be taken so that you can move out of this space. And you may be afraid. Maybe that was a question that you asked Spirit. Should you take action? And I'm going to show you this, the garden and the gate. We have patience. We have, wow, walking away. And then we have contract. So some of you might be signing a contract. I'm going to keep shuffling because that's 4 cards. But I just wanted to show you that because it may be confirmation that this is your pile. Okay. And then we have 7 chakra, Archangel Uriel. Wow. And then your bottom deck energy is broken heart. Yeah. For some of you, walking away from this situation, walking away from your family. Some of you, you've been, I don't know why I'm hearing like homeless. You may have been, the unhoused. My apologies. You may be unhoused, and you are heartbroken because you don't know how you're going to survive. And Spirit is saying your soul family, your soul tribe is coming along. Some of you, maybe a lot to do, but I'm going to suggest it. You might want to do some research about Archangel Metatron. I'm specifically saying that because every time I see this card in this book, I always think of the Akashic Record. So for some of you, you may be tapping into your Akashic records as you sleep. So pay attention to your dreams. Protect your crown as well. So I would suggest for those of you who can veil, this is just a simple act of putting some type of head covering over your head just to protect your crown. Make sure you infuse this head covering with your energy. So the way that I do that is by just holding the item in my hand. I pray over it. I put my intentions in it, and then I put it over my head. For some of you, you are going through a loss. You are going through a heartbreak. Trigger warning for those of you who resonates with a loved one passing on. That's coming out clear as well. So I do want to say I'm so sorry for your loss, and I wish you speedy, I don't want to say recovery, but I wish your heart to be mended. I know some losses are hard to deal with. So I just want to say that I am truly sorry if that is your story as well. But some of you are going through a heartbreak and you're wondering if you're going to be reunited with this lover or this family friend or this person on the other side. And Spirit is saying you will absolutely be reunited with this person. Okay, let's get you, I want to get you some of these cards. Okay, Spirit, can we get 2 cards, please, from this deck? On what information or messages that pile 2 needs to hear at this time? Okay, that's 3. We have inner authority. And I saw this earlier. Ego illusions. Oops. And then we have earth grounding. So for some of you, you may need to ground your energy. I feel a lot of sadness in this pile. And you might need to ground your energy just so that you can be more in sync with yourself and with what Spirit is trying to give you. Because for some of you, you've been getting messages, but you haven't been able to hear them. And I am so sorry, because I know going through a loss can just almost make you want to shut down and just leave the world behind. So I get it. But Spirit is trying to give you a message. Some of you, Spirit really is trying to give you a message. Okay, let's pull some cards. Spirit, can we get 2 cards, please? Thank you. We have compassion. Yeah, have some compassion for yourself. It says for self, have compassion for self and others. Soften your heart. Be gentle to good. Yeah, some of you, you have to soften your heart. Some of you, there may be some new love coming in to help you. Like I talked about your soul family. Maybe part of your soul family is a new person being in a relationship with you. So a romantic relationship, and you're not really quite ready to let people in. And Spirit is saying this person is part of your soul tribe. Okay, this person is here to almost help heal you. I'm hearing the song, what is it? He Heals Me by India Ari. That song has been like heavy on me for the last couple of weeks. So that may be something that you need to hear. This person may be coming in to specifically heal you. They're part of your soul tribe, and they're here to walk with you and guide you throughout this path while you go through this hurt that you're experiencing right now. Okay, Spirit, can we get one other card, please? Okay, is this meant to come out, Spirit? No. Okay, we'll keep going. Can we get one card, please, Spirit? Messages that pile number 2 needs to hear. at this time. We have the mirror. Yeah, this person may mirror your energy. They may be going through their own sadness. So it says world is a mirror. Notice patterns, clear blocks. Yeah. And then your bottom deck energy is raise your vibration. So it says connect to light, release blocks, strength, safety. I just, when I read the word strength, I heard there's strength in numbers. So that may be why your soul tribe is coming in right now. Because you need those numbers, right? You need to be protected. You need to be safe. And Spirit is saying, we're going to bring your soul tribe in for you. We're going to help you to overcome whatever this is. So just be a little bit patient. Have a little bit more compassion for yourself. Understand that this is a process. Understand that this is not, what you're going through is not the easiest thing to deal with. It is not the easiest thing to go through. And I can resonate with this, okay? So I want to get you, I didn't do this for the other pile, but I want to pull you some of the Angel Answers deck. So this deck also has yes and no answers in it as well. So it's this deck. I would say to hold a question in your head or in your mind or in your heart. Pause the video. Think about what you want to ask Spirit. Think about, you know, what answers you need from Spirit right now. And let's pull a card, okay? So take a couple of deep breaths. Tap into the energy of the question that you want to ask. See the question, feel the question, right? And I'm going to pull one card, okay? We're trying to get an answer for Spirit. Spirit, can you give us an answer for the question that pile number 2 might have at this time? I'll get one card, please. Okay. It says look for a sign. So Spirit is saying the signs are coming, and it says ask for help from others. Yeah, that's definitely confirmation that your soul tribe is definitely coming in. Spirit is saying that there are going to be signs and wonders that you're going to see that are going to confirm that you're on the right path, that you'll know that, you know, the people that are meant to be, that are around you, are meant to be there. Just trust in your own divine intuition, because no one can tell you what that is, right? Only you'll know what that is. And Spirit is saying ask for help from others, because others will be there. For some of you, you're like, I don't even have anybody that I can ask. Spirit is saying that the others are coming and you'll be united, okay? And then we'll get a meditative card. So any messages that pile number 2 needs to remember, Spirit? Oh, we have nurture yourself. So it says nurturing yourself involves listening to your needs and tending to your physical and emotional well-being. Yeah. Spirit is saying don't neglect yourself. Make sure that you're nurturing the seed that you've grown. For some of you, you may have been dealing with maybe you've been planting some seeds, like, so specifically, like, you could actually be planting an actual seed, but for others of you, you could have, like, started something new, like a job or something like that, and you're having a rough time because you started a job and then a tower moment happened, and you're, like, almost letting yourself go, and Spirit is saying nurture yourself, okay? And then we have invoke serenity. So it says by cultivating a state of calm and tranquility, you create an environment where emotional wounds can be mended. Yeah, so you are definitely in a place of healing, but Spirit is saying that we have your back. Your soul tribe is coming in. Your ancestors are here to support you. They're knocking on the door. They want you to let them in. And all of the puzzle pieces will fall into place. It may take some time, but they're going to fall into place and everything's going to be okay. Okay, pile number 2. So this is all of the messages that I have for you. I am sending you so much love and so much support, and I'm sending you so much healing, and I will see you next time in the next video. Bye.